and welcome to the first episode, or the last episode of the formerly Pick Six podcast. We are as we mentioned last week, we were going to make some changes. We wanted to do it all while I was over there, but unfortunately, I'm still under the weather with this cold that has now been lurking in my system for almost 2.5 weeks. And I'm still stuck at the house. I haven't been able to do anything at all. I want to welcome you to the new and improved-ish. It'll get better later, but we are now the. Oh God! Hold on, edit.
Okay.
Oh my God! It sneaks up on me. I mean, it's breaking out, which is the good thing. Oh, God damn it. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. So, as we are formerly the Pick Six podcast, I want to do the welcome in another way with our new title and everything. So, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Unsportsmanlike Conduct podcast. I'm Larry Szynski, and, well, I'm normally alongside me, but not this time. Via the other end of the line is none other than...
Danny Waiter.
All right. That kind of felt good to say, man. That's kind of like, that's our Thanksgiving gift to our fans out there that listen.
Take six.
We're now, we have balls now. We are, Unsportsmanlike Conduct podcast, or as it'll be in short term, the USLC. I think that's a grabber there. But as I've been sick, so I really didn't watch any football really last week. The Lions were horrible. I flipped back to the Saints game, watched the Saints for a little bit, but I ended up passing out. And I was able to watch the Packers and Niners game. And, man, the Niners, man, you know what? I'll wait on that. Hold on. And, of course, the Ravens and Rams game I watched.
Mm-hmm.
And, let's talk about the Ravens really quick. I know you want to touch on it, too. But, there's something that's just really spectacular about this team that even when they play contender teams, they're still managing to put like 49 points on the board. They're not winning games by like a field goal. When they win games, they're blowing everybody out like 49-13.
Yep.
And everything like that. And I'm totally digging the Ravens, man. But I know Danny has some things he wants to say about the Ravens. So go ahead, sir.
Well, all that I want to say about the Ravens is that, I know I've said in the preseason that they were going to be great. I thought Lamar Jackson was going to be good, but he's just transcended into this. I think he's going to be the first quarterback to have 4,000 passing yards, over 1,000 rushing yards, with over 30 or more touchdowns combined.
Oh yeah.
He's already got. I think he already has more than 30 total touchdowns already, and against the Rams, okay, he made them look silly, 45-6. And the biggest thing for me is that they were doing so good that they benched Lamar Jackson and put in Robert Griffin III to take over the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Okay, this all happened in the first half. Okay, the second half was all RG3. So if Lamar Jackson would have stayed in the whole game, we would have been looking at not a blowout, not a massacre, but it just a genocide. They would have won 70-0. I mean, the The Ravens saved the Rams by taking out Lamar Jackson, and they did a good job with picking up Mark Ingram. The defense has been phenomenal with Earl Thomas leading it. Mike Judon, who's from Grand Valley. My college was Saginaw Valley State, so that was my rival. But it's still cool to see someone related like that in the NFL playing at a high level. And, just I'm probably going to say what's already on your mind. I mean, this can't be a fluke. Sunday night, 49ers 37, Packers 8. Monday night, Ravens 45, Rams 6. There's no way these two teams don't meet up in the Super Bowl and one of them comes away with the Lombardi Trophy. And yeah, that's just basically it for me for the week. Everything else was just kind of bland. I mean, the Titans blew out the Jaguars, but I mean, nothing really stood out to me. Like I could come up with a little thing here and there, but it's really just the Niners and the Ravens that are really the teams that if they lose, then whoa, look out for this team. But as of right now, week 12, it was just the Niners and the Ravens for me.
Yep, same thing here, sir. Same thing. Yeah, but I'm totally with you on that. That's my Super Bowl as well, as it stands right now, is the Ravens and the Niners. And I want to say the Niners can take it, but I think the Ravens are the best team in the NFL right now. I think the Ravens got it. I mean, it'll be a good matchup either way, but I think the Ravens would have the edge over the Niners. I don't know why, but let's just say that's definitely one Super Bowl I won't be betting on, because that would I would never, I can't do that, because both teams are just so equal on every side of the ball.
I know.
So yeah, that would be an amazing Super Bowl. But yeah, that's my pick as well. So, but yeah, like I said, other than that, we don't really have anything. Like I said, I've been sick. I haven't been able to do nothing. I've been stuck in the house, taking a lot of over-the-counter medications and sleeping a lot. All that fun, icky, gooey stuff. So, but as far as week 12 goes, we tied again. Oh my God, it's just been insane. That brings me to 6-3-3. Oh God, and what was Danny's? I don't remember.
3-6-3.
Hold on a second.
I'd be the opposite of you.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, 3-6-3. Yeah, I don't know why it looks like an 8. So we were both 9-5, which was amazing.
I know.
Like I said, this not bad.
Don't worry, this is an edit point, but are you going to talk or am I going to talk?
I told you to go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Because you were in the middle of talking.
Oh. I was just going to say I was just going to say what you're saying, that we called it. It is literally just the craziest year.
Yeah, like I said, if this year is an indication of anything, this is going to be screwy for the next couple seasons, especially with everything that's going to go down in 2020, in the off season especially. As I predicted, I think it's going to be a quarterback heavy move this off season, and so far I'm right. So far I'm right on the NFL mobile app. I did look at that, and there's a lot of quarterbacks that might be on the move. Some that I did mention, some that I didn't. So we'll see. It's gonna be. I think if everything holds out, all right, it's gonna be a very quarterback-heavy free agency. So I think we're gonna see a lot of quarterbacks move. But as far as it stands right now, my rumors that I've heard or things that I've seen online, dictates that's where things are going to go. We're already talking about the off season. We're only going on week 13.
I know.
We should be starting to talk about playoffs, but we're going to wait until I'm healed up, and so I can get back to Danny's house, so we can really do it the way that it should be done. It's not like I don't like doing it over the phone. But it's just not the same. You don't get that same energy as it is when we're face to face and sitting next to each other in the chairs, and just going at it.
Mm-hmm.
But so hopefully next week everything will be better. We'll find out. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So I got nothing else. Danny's got nothing else. So let's go to our week 13 picks. And as today is Wednesday, well, it's now officially Thursday. It's after midnight, so happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And by the time this comes out, it'll already be past.
Yep.
So I hope you all ate a lot of turkey and spent time with your loved ones. You watched a lot of football. And, so I hope you guys were safe and had a great time. And, I will be here in my room sleeping. trying to get this crap out of me.
Yep.
But starting Thursday, we have 3 games on the docket for Thursday night football. First off, we have the Bears at the Lions. Like I said, Lions are finished. I don't care what's going to happen here. Mitchell Trubisky is going to throw for 375 yards and throw 3 touchdowns. He's going to make him look famous. So I'm going with the Bears over the Lions.
I'm going with the Bears as well because the Lions are just depleted. And I don't know why their season went the way it did, but I'm picking the Bears this week.
He's actually going against the Lions. This is a major issue here. This is a big deal. This is like breaking news shit on CNN. Danny, as long as I've known this guy, has never, ever, ever went against the Lions, ever. So for him to do that, that is major. Major. Wow, I cannot believe you're going against the Lions. Wow.
I have to this week. I want to pick them, but they don't even have their backup playing. They got a third-string rookie who hasn't played a game yet. Okay, and they kind of have built a team around Stafford. They're still looking for their running. I think if they had Bo Scarborough, though, I think Stafford would have been fine this year. Because he's been a workhorse the past couple of weeks. But
Yeah, he has. I'm digging Bo Scarborough.
yeah, but the Lions didn't do that. Stafford's just been putting his, basically his body on the line every game, and look where it gets him. Because he's the only one that can make plays to get them wins, at least at quarterback. And I don't see them winning this year. I mean,
No,
they
they're done. They ain't gonna win a game at all for the rest of the
they
year, bud.
they couldn't even beat the 1-9 Redskins. I was like, really? And
That was horrible.
like I said, it just goes to show like how much this team needs Stafford. But Bears over the Lions.
Okay, wow. I don't see him going beyond on any of the rest of these. Jesus, can't top this one. Next up Thursday, 4:05 start, I believe. It's the Bills and the Cowboys. I'm gonna have to go. This was a tough call for me because Cowboys played some good football last week. I do have to say that. Who did they play anyway? I forgot. Oh, the Pats. They played some good football, even though they lost. I really think it was their game. I think they're an overall better team than Buffalo. I wanted to go with Buffalo, but I went with the Dallas Cowboys. Their Thanksgiving at home. That's the only reason. I wanted to go with the Bills, but I'm going Cowboys over Bills.
I'm gonna also. Well, no, not also. I'm gonna go with the Bills because I always pick against the Cowboys. Next pick. agree. It's hard to pick because I want to pick the Falcons, but I am going to pick the Saints. Uh, because the Falcons did lose to the Buccaneers, and I don't know. It's an easy pick for me. Saints over the Falcons.
Alrighty, and now we're back to the normal routines.
Yep.
Back to good old sun.
I'm gonna say the same thing. Redskins faced a very bad Lions team, and the Panthers almost beat the Saints last week, I believe. So, yeah, Panthers over the Redskins. I'm gonna actually go with the Bengals because of the fact that Andy Dalton is starting again, and sometimes when Andy Dalton has always been the starter, no one has ever challenged his spot, and so you tend to be less humble. But he got benched, and I really liked his press conference, so I am picking the Bengals over the Jet. Hold on. Go downstairs now. Go. Not bother the cat. And yeah, the Bengals over the Jets. That's my pick.
All right. Next up, we have the Titans and Colts. This is actually another one of those like 50-50 things here because it's hard to nail down the Titans and it's also hard to nail down the Colts. One minute they're playing great football, the next minute they suck. One minute they're playing good football, 2 games they suck. It's the inconsistency issues on both teams right now. But I'm gonna go with the Colts on this just because they're at home.
I'm going to pick the Titans because, like you said, they're both up and down, so I might as well pick the other team. There's really. Oh. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the next game that I see. It is actually the matchup we've all wanted to see. 49ers versus the Ravens.
Yeah, that's my game to watch too.
Oh, that's going to be my game to watch too. It has to be. Oh, man.
It's also my upset. So that tells you who I'm picking.
I'm picking the 49ers.
And I am picking the Ravens.
Oh.
Like I said, this game is just too sweet. I cannot watch. I'm going to watch the hell out of this game. I don't care if I got to be like, I don't know, like stuffed with a bunch of like steroids or whatever.
I know.
I'm gonna make sure I watch the hell out of this one.
And it's
this one here.
And it's one of the early games.
I know. That's why I don't understand why they did not make this a primetime game. Oh, I know why. Because of the Patriots. That's why you gotta have another night game. Couldn't wait to get that one out, could you?
Nope.
Alright, so okay, guys. 49ers. Next up, we have the Bucks and the Jaguars. Like I said, I was so rooting for freaking Nick Foles. I don't know what the hell's going on there. He's another one that's probably going to be out the door next season. I was hoping for the best with him coming back from his injury. But when you have an injury of that kind of magnitude, it's going to be hard to come back. I don't know, but unfortunately, I got to go off the boat with the Jaguars. I'm going to take Jameis Winston and the Bucks.
I'm going to agree with you. like I said, Jameis Winston is just always inconsistent, but I think the Jaguars' best bet is to keep playing with Gardner Minshew, but they probably won't.
Yep.
So Buccaneers it is.
Yep, I totally agree with you. Minshew should still be starting. Absolutely correct, sir. Next up, we have the Packers and the Giants. That's a throwaway game. That's the Packers all day long. So, yep, that's it for me on that one.
I'm gonna go ahead and go against the grain and pick the Giants.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, I got you wrong there because I already wrote you down for the Packers.
Wow.
I thought for sure you were going to jump on that one. All right.
Nope.
Huh? You got anything else to say about that game?
Go Giants.
Next up, we have the Eagles and the Dolphins. That's another one. I mean, to me now, it's a throwaway. There's a lot of things going down in Philly right now that nobody can get a grip of what's going on. Their offense, their defense, things are slipping in Philly right now. So I don't know, but I don't think it's bad enough for the Dolphins are actually going to beat them, even though they are at home. But I'm sticking by the Eagles on this one.
I'm going to say the same thing because the Eagles have so much depth everywhere. So I'm picking the Eagles over the Dolphins as well.
Michelle, I'm going with the Browns over the Steelers.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm picking the Browns. They did a great job against the Dolphins. I know it's the Dolphins, but like a win is a win. And if you win in a dominant fashion, then that goes to show if you play bad teams have bad scores. And they made them have a really bad score. So I am picking the Browns over the Steelers as well. It's funny you say that because I'm picking the Cardinals as well. Oh. I mean, okay, so honestly, this Rams team is based off of Aaron Donald and Todd Gurley. Guess what two players have not shown up at all this year?
I know it.
And it has shown in their record. Last year, they had one of the best defenses. Why? Aaron Donald had 22.5 sacks. They had one of the best offenses. Why? Because Todd Gurley was literally tops in the league in every category, almost. So I am picking the Cardinals over the Rams.
All right. This is actually going to be another good one, too. We have the Raiders and Chiefs in another crucial division matchup. Well, for the Raiders, anyway. The Raiders need to pull this one off so they can kind of solidify their wild card. They're in the hunt right now, but if they can cinch this one, that'll put them up there. But I'm not going against my Chiefs. So Chiefs over Raiders, but not by much. I think this Raiders team has something to prove, and I think we're going to see them in the postseason in December.
I think if Josh Jacobs gets it going against the Chiefs, then I got the Raiders beating the Chiefs.
Well, you're going with the Raiders.
Yeah, that's all I got to say.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, next up we have, this is another one, the Chargers and Broncos.
Oh, my goodness.
Phillip Rivers, guys, what are you guys doing down there? Melvin Gordon. Do I need to keep going? No. What is going on? Even Phillip Rivers is clueless now. I was able to watch a little bit of the highlights, and there were so many times they would put the camera on Phillip Rivers, and he's got his hands in the air like, huh? What happened? It's just so weird that two of the most dominating teams last season in the AFC are just... I don't know. I don't get it. But I won't pick the Broncos. I'm like you. You always go against the Cowboys. I always go against the Broncos because I never liked the Broncos because screw John Elway. But I'm going Chargers over Broncos.
I'm gonna go ahead. No. I was gonna say, well, they're probably gonna tie, but I'm not gonna say that because Phillip Rivers always chokes it in the end if his team is behind.
Yep.
So I'm giving it to the Chargers, but I think the Broncos are gonna win because I think they're gonna hold on to a lead.
Interesting. All right, Sunday night, the Patriots and the Texans. I'm not picking the Pats. Like I said, that's another team I totally despise. I'm going the Texans over the Pats.
Same.
As I said, there's just something about that defense with Houston. Just it tickles my balls, man. But we'll see. And finally, on Monday night, this is going to be one hell of a matchup as well. The Minnesota Vikings at the Seattle Seahawks. Ooh, there's a lot riding on this game, to be honest with you. Because if you think about it, if somehow the Giants can pull out an upset on the Packers, that leaves it open for Minnesota in the NFC North. So this is going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen. But I'm going with the Seahawks because, like I said, they're looking damn good too. So that's another team. This is gonna be a very close matchup. I'm actually looking very forward to this game. But I'm gonna go Seahawks over Minnesota.
I'm gonna go Seahawks as well because although I do like the players on the Vikings team, they haven't been consistent this year. Like Stephon Diggs had a cry about getting passes thrown to him more, and yes, he did more, but it's like he had to cry about it to be better. The defense has been there. The defense hasn't been there. Dalvin Cook has been there, but Kirk Cousins hasn't. There's a little joke that says for every time Kirk Cousins misses an open receiver, I would be paid $83 million a year as well.
Right.
And I like Kirk Cousins, but it's true. And yeah, Seahawks over the Vikings.
Excellent. So, as now that there are no more bye weeks, we are back at full strength with 16 games now. And I just did the count. And Danny and I only have 6 different teams.
Wow.
So we have 10 matches and 6 different. So I'm assuming more than likely we're gonna end up with another tie this week. And
We'll see as Larry dies.
It's on the verge, dude. I can feel it.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna start that sentence over. 3, 2, 1. So yeah, I just got done with the count. 16 games. Me and Danny picked only 6 different, 10 same. So this will be probably another tie week, more than likely. But other than that, I really don't have anything else. I mean, not unless you've got something. How much time are we at right now?
We are at 35 minutes.
Wow. Yeah, then you got to factor in probably about 5 minutes. 5 minutes of editing out to do.
I know.
We have 30 minutes really right now.
I mean,
is there anything you want to talk about?
The only thing is that the more I talk, the more I hurt because I did get my wisdom teeth out. So
that's right.
I am sort of glad it's a shorter episode.
Right. All right, then we'll just wrap it up.
All right, sir.
Hold on. My God. Every time Come on, you bastard.
I know.
Oh, it's almost there, dude. It's been over 2 weeks, bro.
All right, let me. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and so we are gonna end it off on this short note. Although, we would love to, keep it going, but for one, I had my wisdom teeth taken out. Larry is, dying from
Pretty
sickness. So we are going to cut it short and a broken heart. Aww. 'Tis the season to be brokenhearted.
Yep.
Fa la 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 la.
And just broken.
And just broken in general, everywhere.
That's right.
Like the Lions. And so, on that note, I am Danny Wader, and this has been...
Hello?
Danny Wader and...
Larry the Sick Man Szynski.
telling you... Edit. I drew a blank. I was trying to figure out something with our new name, and it was like, crap.
That's right. Yeah, no shit.
I was like, crap, I gotta come up with something else catchy
Right.
with unsportsmanlike conduct.
Right.
And remember, keep your helmet to yourself. Have a good night.